Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about a drama thriller film called Unfaithful from 2002. Enjoy your viewing. Meanwhile, Edward and Bill have a conflict at work. As a result, Edward fires his friend from his job after a verbal altercation. Bill finally tells him to take better care of his wife. This becomes the last straw for the man, and he hires a private detective to keep an eye on his wife. The man himself flies to Chicago. For one day that day, the detective takes pictures of Connie and her lover. The woman herself is so engrossed in her affair that she even forgets to pick up her son from school, and in the evening she is very worried about it. Upon arrival, the detective tells Edward all the details of his wife's meetings with Paul and gives him the address with the photos, and goes to Paul to break up with him on the street. She notices him AOMIED by a young girl. They enter the library and she follows them. In a fit of jealousy, she attacks the young people in the elevator. Connie and Paul fight, and the woman says that their relationship is over. But this quarrel ends for them with a new outbreak of passion near their lover's apartment. Meanwhile, Edward approaches Paul's house and they miraculously warm up with Connie running out of the doorway. The man enters the house and finally meets Paul. He let Edward into the apartment, pours him a drink, and calmly answers all his questions. These answers cause him more and more emotional wound. By the bedside, Edward notices a snow globe that he gave to his wife, who gave it to her lover. This finally throws the man off balance. He loses control of himself, takes the snow globe and hits Paul twice on the head with it. He hears the crunch of a skull and the guy falls to the ground. Edward realizes what he has done. At first he wants to call the police, but then decides to hide the traces of the crime. He wraps Paul's body in a carpet to take it out of the apartment. Suddenly he hears his wife's voice on the answering machine. She tearfully tells her lover that she can no longer deceive her family and that it is over between them. Surprised, Edward deletes all the messages and takes Paul's body, not noticing his wife's phone number. On the table, the man puts the body in the trunk of his car and drives to the school play. Upon arrival, he changes his clothes in the restroom, throws away his soiled shirt, and goes to the auditorium where Connie is waiting for him, showing him tenderness for the first time in a long time. Waiting until nightfall, Edward takes Paul's body to the dump and buries it in a pile of garbage. After that, he takes the car to the car wash. Since then, the man has noticed that his wife has begun to show warm feelings for him again. But Edward himself has nightmares one day when only Connie and her son were at home. The police came to the house and said that Paul's wife had reported him missing and that they had found a piece of paper with Connie's phone number. The woman replies that she barely knew Paul. She was going to buy some books from him, but her reaction to the news about his wife gives her away. Nevertheless, the police leave and the family's life briefly returns to normal a week later. However, the police return to report that Paul has been found dead. The detectives ask the woman if she has ever been to Soho, where Paul lived, and remind her of a traffic ticket she received in Soho. On the same day, she almost forgot to pick up her son from school. She replies that she was there at a cafe with friends. When asked how she and Paul, she says it was at a concert. Unexpectedly, her husband confirms this, saying that he was there with his wife. Edward sees that the police are pressuring his wife and takes them outside, leaves the woman alone with her experience. The next day, Connie picks up Edward's coat from the dry cleaners and finds photos taken by the detective in his pocket. After that, she realizes that her husband knew about her affair with Paul. In the evening at a party with friends, she notices that the snow globe she gave Paul is back in place. She realizes by the look in Edward's eyes that he has done away with her lover, left alone. They begin to clarify their relationship. The man says that at first he wanted to eliminate her. For the next few days, the couple lived without quarrels, but they are constantly waiting for the police to come to their house. One day, Connie finds a secret compartment in the same snow globe a few years ago. Edward had put a family photo with a love message. That same evening, she burns the photos the detective took. She imagines that on the day she met Paul, she got into that free taxi and went home. Her husband comes up to her and says that he wants to tell the police about everything because they can't live with this anymore. The school auction that Connie has been preparing for so long is a success and ends with a party where she dances with her husband as if it were the last time. When they stop on the way home, Connie suggests that the whole family change their names and go to Mexico to start a new life there. Edward does not object and hugs his wife. The car continues to stand at the traffic light even when the light turns green. After all, it is here at the police station that everything must end for them. If you have watched the video so far, you should know that I am happy to have viewers like you. Thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel and follow the news. Film Reel was with you. See you soon. See you soon.